Hey there Internet, Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars with Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, yes, we have yet another battery foamer from Amazon. This one is set itself apart from the others because it is everything that the last battery foamer we had was missing. Now this one was really good. People loved this one. There were very few negative comments on this, and a lot of people chimed in and said, hey, I had that for months and it works amazing. The biggest flaw is this. It pumps and sprays at the same time. So you always have that. But it has some balance issues. And there's one with a flat bottom that has better balance, but when you use it a good bit, the bottom kind of bows out a little bit under the pressure. Just based on that, this is the way better package for about the same money. It was $37. When you turn it on, it will pump, and when it's full with air that it needs to be, it stops. You can spray for a little bit. When it feels it needs the air, it's going to turn back on and then fill itself back up. It has a true pressure relief valve that if it gets too much, it's going to pop out. On the back side here is an opening. You have a USB-C style charging cable here with a USB on the back. Another thing I like about this one is everything is in the head. So everything is centered in the middle of the bottle. Your motor, your battery, everything is right there. On these, the battery is actually in the handle. So that causes that imbalance, that center of gravity that isn't quite there. Bottle on this, it's twice the wall thickness of that. And look how many prongs we have on the bottom. 6 prongs on the bottom. It's like somebody said, hey, when they watch this, they go, man, we gotta listen to Keeve here. We're gonna make the bottle wider. We're gonna make it shorter. We have almost a full 2-liter capacity. I think 2 liters is maybe too much, not enough air in there. 1,800 milliliters is the max on this. It also has ounce and milliliter markings. And look at this. It makes me happy. This is what we've been looking for. We have the all-in-one package. We have a air compressor style sprayer. Air compressor style sprayers are always better than the electric sprayers. They tend to pump out better foam. They tend to pump out thicker liquids at a better consistent spray. But this also comes with a spray tip. This does not. But the spray isn't great. I'll show you in a little bit. It basically is mist or stream. There's really nothing in between. It comes with an extra filter to put in here for your foaming. The handle, it's just a piece of plastic with a ridge in it. There's not a whole lot of ergonomics going on here. But you just push that button and it runs. And it's not that loud. Different sound. But that is way better than that. It does take a while when it's really empty to fill up. But once you have liquid to 3/4 or a half, it doesn't take as long. So there's your USB-C. There's our foaming tip. This piece right here comes on there. And this is on top. There's the filter is inside of it. There is your spray trigger. It also has a lockout to allow you to just keep it held down and keep spraying. That's what I'm talking about. HDPE, stout, plastic, all the prongs on the bottom, and these are stout. The volume of air and the pressure is not going to push this out. And also, I don't have to hold it down for 5 or 6 seconds like some of these. This thing is just on, off. But as I'm holding this, it does kind of hurt my fingers a little bit to pull that out and keep it held. Personally, I'll just do that. They're gonna say, well, it's Amazon, cheap Chinese junk, whatever you want to say. You're not expecting something like this to last forever. But also, a lot of people they don't have the bank account to just go and spend $100 or $200. Get an IK Foam Pro 12, spend $250 for an eFoam Pro 12. When $35 right here is going to get you a good period of time, and many people, they don't use these in a volume like a business does. You can't expect it to last forever because these, it's not rebuildable. These aren't like, amazing quality parts. I will say the plastic on this is quite good. The biggest fail points would be the trigger, and this plastic is definitely much weaker. That could break. I don't think you beat it for the price. So check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to testing. So we have incredible studs in here, 32-to-1 diluted. There's about 500 milliliters of product in here. I've already pushed the button, which I totally forgot to record, but it took 50 seconds for it to fill all the way up and turn off, which I think could be a slight weak point of this model, taking 50 seconds to fill up. I think the biggest thing for this is maybe rinseless wash, and then also your wheels and tires, smaller areas. Press this, do a wheel and tire, set it to the side. It's going to fill up. It's going to stop, go to the next wheel, and keep on going. I think that's going to be the way for this. One thing I want to describe is foam spray. Anytime I've ever had any foamer, it doesn't matter what it is, except for maybe an IK Foam Pro 12. Usually the fan has some type of void somewhere. So from top to bottom, sometimes you have two voids, one void where you have to kind of overlap. So that should be expected here. Wow. How long before it kicks in? There we go. Now, the sound of the spray is almost as loud as this is. This is not loud at all. And if we get a good, steady speed, there isn't much of a void. Maybe a little bit down here at the bottom to where it's and maybe slightly right here. But if you get close, like if you're doing your wheel and tire, man, you're gonna do like this. Then get your wheel. Here's up close. That is a really nice consistency. It is thicker here and a little bit lighter at the top. And this is from a little bit further away. Oh, I'm spraying it without it on. So you're seeing it still has, even without it on. We're getting something, but you see it's starting to lose a little bit of its spray pattern. So now we turn it back on. So what I've done is I took the 32:1 and then I added 1,000 milliliters of water. So basically we've times this dilution by 3. Now let's see how long this takes to run. About 18 seconds. Not bad there. Now let's start and see how long we can spray until all 1,500 milliliters is gone. So it's a minute 30 to depress 500 milliliters out of here. There's still 1,000 milliliters or so left in here. So times 3, about 4.5 minutes or so. Let's check to see how long it takes to fill up at 1,000 milliliters. About 45 seconds. So here's that initial, like you can do really close like that. And then you've got this far. And then you've got, we can do this far. Not bad, right? See if we can go a little bit further back. So we can get a pretty wide swath, and compared to some of the other battery foamers, this does not have the voids that the other ones do. They are there, they're slight. So here's the other one, and this is the downfall of this one. You see the difference in how long it took to get going, and I had to press the trigger the whole time, wasting product. Started out as just a piddle, started working its way out to a slightly thicker line, and then more and more until it started spraying out and getting wider and wider and wider. Now we've got P&S Brake Buster 5:1. Really like this for wheels and tires, and the best thing about this is most people use a foam cannon. They fill it up with just straight liquid, and they use the foam cannon to disperse and do the dilution. But a foam cannon head is usually 10:1. This will be 5:1, so you have your dilution. That way, use this. You keep the nozzle on your spray gun, and then you don't have to keep swapping back and forth. So this is how good the foam is here. As Jamie the cleaner would say, we've taken this to Foam Town. Now watch that whole blob just fall right off the panel. Here's that same solution of P&S Brake Buster with this foam gun. You see, as we went and went and went, it got better and better and better with the spray pattern. Now, I don't have the same issue that some people say that's just a stream all the time. That could be a clogged filter, possibly. Well, now what do we have? We have a full container of DIY Detail rinseless wash. I have it at that 1800 milliliter mark that says it's the top. So what we're going to do is push this button here. This is the normal dilution of 256 to 1. So this is going to foam a lot, but you could use this as a pre-soak for foam, but you would use that at a much higher dilution because you're going to be rinsing it off. You're not going to be drying it off like you would the final part of a rinseless wash. So you see how different it is, but you really get some really good coverage out of it. All right, we're pumped up and we have the sprayer tip on there. This is full mist. Now here's my biggest problem with the sprayer tip. Just the slightest adjustment gets you more. But it's got a lot of mist, a lot of wasted, vapor out there. And then it comes to this, and I swear, now we're almost at the stream. And literally we've only gone like from here to here. Like barely any adjustment to go to full stream versus mist. I don't like that kind of adjustability. I like a lot more of adjustability. But I think the foamer tip is better at spreading out product. Here's when it's just washing. This one is kind of pumped up a little bit already. So the great thing about this is that little lock. So when I do this test to see how long it's going to last, I can just lock it out. I don't have to zip tie nothing. Now we've probably been playing with it for about 8 to 10 minutes. So what we're going to add 8 to 10 minutes to whatever this does. I think it says it should do 20 to 30 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and turn it on. We're going to spray. At some point it's going to run out of liquid. It's just going to run. But the good thing is this is going to be a representation no matter what, because it's just a compressor filling the bottle with air. When you're running an electric pump style that just kind of sucks the water out and sprays it, the load could be different between running dry or running with liquid pushing through it. But I gotta be honest with you, I stopped at like an hour and 3 minutes. I got things to do. I gotta cook food for the family, but wow, I thought it was gonna be 30 minutes. An hour straight. That means an hour straight of compressing air. That means that if you were doing stuff all day long with this, remember, that's the straight spraying for an hour. That's just not like spraying a wheel and tire, then moving to the next one, and then only, maybe spending not even a minute on a car between wheels and tires. At like 500 milliliters, takes about 45 seconds. At 1800 milliliters, it takes about 15 seconds. So, I mean, that's the only downfall. It takes a little bit for it to pump up, but you get started, you get it filled up, you turn the button on, you set it to the side, you get everything else set up, and by the time you're there, this thing's already pumped up. It ran forever for over an hour and doesn't even feel warm to the touch. So don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.